Hello there, my beautiful Librans. Welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here today, my loves. We are going to get into your you versus them reading, so the next 120. Sorry guys, I've been reading all day, so my mind just went a little bit blank there for a second. Now what we generally do here is we read the energies of you on this side and your person on this side. So do get into your heart center at this point in time. Think about the person it is that you wish to know about. Do realize that this is a general read, guys, so we're reading for a collective, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, making sure to check out your moon, your rising and your Venus signs for more clarity if need be, guys. Okay, and for those of you who are new to this channel, make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on future reads or messages guided towards you. Now my loves, as I'd mentioned, okay, you can interchange this reading because we are reading for two different people. So if one side resonates with you more so than the other, then do take that as your message and leave the other for your person. Otherwise, guys, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It is impossible for these readings to resonate with each and every one of you. Now, my dears, what I generally sense with these readings is that they last for, so they start changing 5 days prior to me reading this for you. So the energies you may notice actually have already taken place and can actually continue to take place 5 days post the reading's date. So after the 5 day period. So do keep that in mind also. So my dear Librans, let's have a look. Okay. So we're gauging the energies that are coming out for you and your person. Let's have a look. Thank you. So, my dear Librans, we want 2 cards to see what other energies fall out for you, please, Libra. Thank you. Wow. Okay, thank you. Now I'm feeling as though someone within this connection is actually feeling as though this is a wish come true. Okay, for others of you, I'm feeling as though you feel that this is actually quite unobtainable. So do keep that in mind. Very interesting. Lots of air energy here, guys. Okay, water energy, earth energy. More water energy. Very interesting. Okay, outcome please. Thank you. Wow, Libra. Okay, the bottom of the deck. Thank you. So Libra, let's get into your side of the reading, being this one over here. Okay, so you've received religious factors. So your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path and flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Okay, so 2 very separate messages here for you. However, both are causing you to feel, you know, quite conflicted, quite disdain right now. Maybe feeling at a competition with somebody within this connection here, struggling to come to some form of an agreement here. So agreeing to disagree. So maybe there are disagreements between the two of you that are causing you to feel quite conflicted, whether it be to do with, you know, religious factors, spiritual upbringings, you know, what you believe in, what they believe in, you know, whether or not someone is actually flirting or not flirting enough. I feel as though either you, Libra, or your person is very conflicted within their head and their heart right now. Now, the energy that you've received here, guys, is Yang. So you're hoping that someone within this connection is very much so going to put their foot forward. They're going to take that masculine energy and, you know, make that move, take that action, that initiative to be able to progress forward within this connection. I feel as though, guys, okay, you're very much so stuck within your head, within this connection at this point in time. Okay, you might be up late at night thinking about this connection. What is this person doing? What do they feel for me? You know, how do we overcome this barrier that's in between the two of us? How do we overcome this distance that's between us, either emotionally or physically? Okay, someone here is very much so quite fearful of actually taking this that next step or next level. Do excuse me, guys. Okay, you know, feeling a little bit fearful, a little bit stuck within their own mind, blinded to what's actually going on in the outside of this connection. So very, very much so blinded to the fact of what's going on right now. I feel as though you, Libra, are wanting more flirtation or not flirting enough here, okay, which is why the Eight of Swords has actually come up here. I feel as though you're quite restricted at this point in time. You may be withdrawing from this situation because this person is not taking that initiative to actually move forward towards you the way that you feel that they should be. I feel as though that there is, you know, definite disconnect here, either emotionally or physically. I feel as though, Libra, if you don't get what you want from this person, you are going to walk away because you know your value, you know your worth. I feel as though, you know, if this person doesn't take that next step forward, that you're going to be like, listen, I'm done, I'm walking, I'm not cut out for this anymore, you know, like you got to make up your mind. Are you going to commit to me or are you not going to commit to me? It's like, it's blunt like that. And Libra, you are like that. However, what I am sensing is that, you know, you are very much so capable right now, Libra, of taking on what is coming forward towards you, overcoming these anxious feelings, overcoming this depression right now, this mind space that you've got yourself into, this fear. You're very much so able to get unstuck right now. You need to become healthy in yourselves, in your mind, your body, and your spirit to be able to overcome what is in front of you. And that's knowing your own worth, guys. Being very grounded about the decisions you're about to make. Okay, Libra, you are very much so the Queen of Swords energy. You know, you're very cutthroat. You don't think twice about what it is that you need to say. However, the Queen of Pentacles is a woman who, you know, knows when to shut her mouth, knows what to do, when to do it, goes about, you know, things in a very, very old school fashion. Okay, this is someone who knows when to speak and when not to speak, and I feel as though you, Libra, are very much so going to be able to do that at this point in time. Okay, this is a woman who's seeking commitment. This is a woman who's seeking, you know, those warm and fuzzies. This is someone who very much so knows her worth and isn't scared to walk away without saying anything, if that's the fact, if that's the bottom line. She's not scared to walk away without saying anything and leaving the other person in the loop, in other words. Libra, you just want something small, and what I can see is that you are going to come into something very happy. Some form of news is going to come towards you that's going to bring you, you know, some form of emotional stability here, emotional sensitivity. It's going to inspire you to take that next step, to make that next move here. Whether it be you taking on this masculine energy and taking that next move and that action to move forward within this connection, whether it be you literally voicing to your person saying, listen, I want this, this, and that. Are you going to do this for me? Because if not, then silence. You know, it's going to be that white noise where you're just going to walk away. It's going to be that radio silence where you're just going to walk away without saying anything. Okay, so what I do sense is that you could also be dealing with the younger energy here, Libra, so do keep that in mind. Not more than, you know, 1 or 2 years, so that is something else to keep in mind as well. Now, on your person's side here, Libra, they have pay attention to the red flags, so the signs are cautioning you. And romantic feelings, your feelings are real and worth exploring. With the energy here of Imagine, okay, so Imagine is very likened to the moon for me in tarot, and this is saying that this person is imagining what this could actually be here. However, you know, there may be something to do with, you know, spiritual awakening here that needs to happen. And I feel as though this person, if they are, you know, paying attention to red flags right now, something might be cautioning them, Libra. You might be in a way right now where, you know, you're not willing to take that next step, and this person's seeing that and they're like, well, listen, I'm not going to stick around and I'm not going to stay here any longer. If this person's not willing to pull out the swords from my back and help me overcome my obstacles, then I'm not going to stick around much longer. Like, I just want to be done. Like, I've been hurt in the past and I don't want to go through this anymore. I've got romantic feelings for you, Libra, but if you're not willing to help me overcome my struggles, then I'm out of here. Like, I need you. I need your help. This person is like literally yearning, Libra, for your help. They want you to help them to explore these romantic feelings that they have for you. They want you to open up. They want you to come out of this mind space, this head space. I see that the two of you do have a connection here on a 5D level, guys, where, you know, the two of you can feel one another's thoughts and feelings and actions, and that's what's the problem here. So, Libra, I feel as though there's a little bit of discontent here on your side where you're fearful of moving forward because of you're scared of what this person's going to do. This person's scared of letting their guard down at this point point in time to be able to actually explore the feelings that they have for you right now, because they're fearful of what's between the two of you. They're fearful that you're going to walk away from them and that you're going to leave them in the loop. They want to start something new with you. They want happiness. They want emotional fulfillment. They want joy, guys. But they can sense that you're looking at this as if it's a half empty, okay, not half full. So you've got to see it in that sense, guys. Now, this person is very much so someone here who is looking for a successful relationship. They're looking to actually, you know, they're making that move. They want to take that initiative to come forward towards you. They really are walking in the right direction here. Their ships are coming in for them, but they're wondering, do they wait? Do they stick around for you? Or do they progress forward? Are you, Libra, going to open up to them? Or are you going to let, you know, religious factors and spiritual upbringing and paths come in the way of this just because they may not be spiritually awakened just yet? So they have feelings for you that they're wanting to explore with the Three of Wands. However, Libra, listen, they're going to move forward. If you don't start opening up to them, they're going to move forward. They're going to progress forward, but on their own path here. This person's going to end up coming to this Nine of Wands energy here, where, you know, they're going to be very pessimistic about this relationship themselves. They're going to wait for the worst to happen within this connection. You know, they're going to be like, look, I persevered, guys. I persevered, Libra. Look, I pulled myself. I pushed and I pushed and I pushed, but you're not giving me anything, so I'm going to walk away. You know, this is someone who's ready to give up on this connection, Libra, if you don't take that next step. Now, you need to know that this is someone looking for children, looking to start a happy family, okay? Could be a soulmate connection here. They may feel as though you are their soulmate. So, Libra, you need to realize that this could also be happiness from a past. So it could be an ex-lover. It could be a reconciliation here. This person could be someone from your past looking to come forward towards you. However, you know, they're looking for their kindred spirit. They're looking for emotional stability. They're looking for contentment too, okay? And they are going to walk, Libra, if you don't make that next move. So do keep that in mind. If you don't open yourselves up to this connection, that's what's going to happen. This person is very much so listening to their heart. They're following their heart. The connection here is very much so one of love. This is someone who wants to propose, wants commitment, okay? This is someone who's looking to go on an adventure in love and is wanting clarity on this situation for themselves here, Libra, so do keep that in mind. They're wanting a fresh start, okay? They want an opportunity here to gain that mental clarity, to overcome the challenges that are in the way of the two of you right now, and you, Libra, are going to need to give that to them, I'm feeling here, okay? Because I feel as though someone here isn't open to the fact that, you know, something is actually very much so keeping the two of you at a bay right now, which could be the religious factors. It could be the red flags that are showing up here. So do keep that in mind. Someone here is definitely not taking action to move forward. There is quite a bit of conflict here between head and heart. So do keep that in mind also, guys. Someone here needs to figure out their feelings, let go of fear to help the other person overcome their own, you know, demons, baggage. I get it, guys. Okay, you don't want to be dealing with anyone else's bullshit. I totally understand that. But this person, if you want to make it work with them, that's what they are seeking right now. Okay, my dear Libra, and so my loves, I am going to leave it at that for you right now. I do hope you enjoyed this. I am sending you all lots of light and love.